Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I haven't posted anything in over a month. Biggest reason, I guess, is because we've been in the middle of a drought. I haven't really been able to do any gardening, and everything outside looks ugly and dead. So there was really no point in doing that unless I wanted to make people sad. So anyway, things are starting to come back to life outside. We're getting some rain. There's going to be some gardening videos coming up because I'm going to be doing some sunflowers and a bunch of other stuff that I can grow here during the summer. But today it's raining. It's going to rain all day long. I'm inside with the dogs, nothing to do, so I'm going to cook. So I've just mixed up my Brazilian cheese bread batter, and I'm going to make some rolls with that. And in a little while, I'm going to start some sweet potato and leek soup. And perfect rainy day meal, and really easy to make. So I'm going to show you how to do that. If you're interested in the Brazilian cheese bread recipe, method for making, I did make a video of that a while back. I'll see if I can add a link in the description for that for you. If not, if the link doesn't work, just scroll back a little ways, it's there. But anyway, I'm gonna get these going, and through the miracle of editing, next time I come up, it'll be a few hours later and we'll be starting some soup. Okay, it is now almost 3:30, and my wife is going to be coming home from work in half an hour-ish, something like that. So I'm going to get this soup going. I've already cut up my sweet potato. I've got six sweet potatoes here, and I'm going to chop up some garlic, and I'm going to chop up some leeks, and we're going to get this going. So first thing you want to do is take a leek. Feel free to drink a glass of water before you start this step. Sorry. I've always had the dad jokes, but lately I've had the grandpa jokes, and trust me, they're worse. But anyway, what I want to do, I'm going to cut the ends off of this leek because they're a little bit wilty. I don't really want that in my stuff. But I'm going to just chop it up small, kind of like so. Right down to the end like that. I'm going to do that with 3 leeks, and I'm going to get out my garlic. Okay, so now I've got my 3 leeks in the bottom of my pot here, and I've got 3 nice big cloves of garlic. You don't have to use garlic in this. I choose to use garlic because I love garlic, and as I've said in previous videos, I do give a lot of credit to garlic for the fact that I very, very rarely get sick, and I put garlic in a lot of stuff. So I really do think that helps a lot with health and wellness, and being able to resist certain infections and diseases. That, along with onions, because I eat a ton of onions too. But anyway, you just want to chop up your garlic a little bit small, just kind of a, I don't know, a dice, I suppose. And from there, once that is all chopped up nice and little, kind of like this, I'm going to add it back into, or add it to my pot with my leeks. I'm going to get a little bit of olive oil in there and get that sizzling. Once that's cooked down a little bit and nice and flavorful and aromatic, I'm going to add my potatoes and some broth and get it boiling. Here we go. All right, this is starting to sizzle and getting a nice bright green color in my leeks. It's just going to go like this for a couple of minutes. It's already starting to smell so good. I swear, if YouTube ever came up with a way for you to smell videos, stuff like this would go viral, and those fart spray pranks would not be watched at all. So, I just wish you could smell this. It's so good. Anyway, we'll be back in another second here, and we'll be adding our sweet potatoes and broth. My leeks are getting nice and soft. My garlic smells amazing. And now, oh, by the way, these are my cheese breads. Aren't they pretty? Nice and squishy and soft. Can't believe they're gluten-free when you taste them. You should definitely look up the video and try these. They're amazing. Anyway, now that I've got my leeks nice and soft, I'm going to grab my potatoes, which are right over here. Here's my 6 sweet potatoes. They've been chopped up into little cube sizes like that. I'm going to dump those right in there. And I'm going to start dumping in my chicken stock. So this is going to be the liquid base for my soup. You want to put in enough to get those potatoes mostly covered, so that they will cook through and get soft. And we're not going to strain this out. We're not going to drain any of this liquid off. This is the soup. And I'm going to put another one in there. The only way I buy anything at Publix is when they have a buy one get one. Otherwise, I avoid it because they're stinking expensive. Say what you want, they're beautiful, they're clean, and nice stores, but good grief, some of the prices in there are insane. But anyway, so I've got my soup kind of started here. I'm going to let this boil, and then once this gets to the point where the potatoes are nice and soft, I'm going to blend it all together, make it nice and soft. I'm probably going to add a little bit of cream just to make it creamy, depending on the texture when I get done. There's really no recipe for this. It's just kind of cooking by feel, and it's definitely a skill to develop. And I highly recommend that if you like good food, spend some time making good food and get a feeling for the timings and the measurements. Don't follow recipes, just do it by feel. It comes out perfect every time. At least it does for me. Anyway, let's get this boiling. Okay, there is one ingredient that I use in this soup that I forgot to mention. You can add ham to this soup, and it actually adds a lot of flavor. It adds a good amount of protein. It makes it more filling. Obviously, if you want to keep it vegetarian, that is your deal. You do you, no judgment here. I tend to be a bit more of a carnivore, so I have some ham here that's going to be going into this soup, and I think it just makes it so much better. All right, so I've just pulled my soup off the stove, and my wife bought an immersion blender. I'm going to try this for the very first time. She's used it a couple of times. I've never used one. I've always transferred this soup into a big blender and mixed it up that way, but I'm going to try it with this, and I think it's going to work pretty good. Oh yeah, this is working pretty good. I'm definitely going to add some cream to this because it is a little on the thin side. But yeah, that's working. I like it. Okay, I have blended it, and I am going to add some cream to this, as I said I would, because I was concerned it wouldn't come out as thick as I like it. That should right there should do it. Let's get that blender going again. All right, all I gotta do now is add my ham chunks and it's good to go. All right, soup is done. It's still very hot. I got a piece of my bread here. I'm gonna get a little dip here and try this out and make sure I did it right. Oh yeah, I think she's gonna approve. So anyway, as always, if you're enjoying this content, please like, subscribe, come back for more videos, and I'm gonna start posting again. Thanks.